Hey, let's get this shit rolling. So, we finished Metal Gear Solid 2 last night. It was after midnight before I went to bed, but whatever. Had to finish the game. So now we are on to Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. This one follows the exploits of Big Boss. But not that. I don't know. I think there was. Hey, what? Oh, you mean I could have. Fuck. I didn't think this existed. I didn't think I had Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2. Huh. Oh well. I think this is the official translation, like the official reworked English translation of the game, and not that translated patch that I played on the MSX2 with. Anyway, good to know that I can play Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake on the PS3. Yeah. I like. I don't know what the difference is. I don't think there's a difference. Fuck it. 3. What's European extra? Okay, so game ends when being seen, like the whole game? Okay, normal. Let's get into fucking 48 hours straight of cutscenes.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Kojima. There's rumors of a new Metal Gear game, Metal Gear Solid game coming out. There's apparently an IP that's been registered called Abandon, and it's rumored to be actually a Metal Gear Solid game, just with a different title.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
It's I don't think Kojima has anything to do with it, which is unfortunate. There was rumors that he was involved, but I don't think that's the case. So if it's a good game, I don't know, but if it's going to be anything like Metal Gear Survive, then all of that can go get fucked. I'm not going to be bothering playing that.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector.
Hey, fuck you, man.
Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
Stage. You've got to take the plastic off before you smoke these things.
Hey, are you deaf?
Okay.
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
So just fucking chuck it wherever you like, Snake. Perfectly fine.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Pretty advanced technology for the 1960s. Like, just this game in general.
Sunrise.
It even says on it. Nice. I played this a few times through before. I think I've played this one through more times than I have number 2. But I've definitely played catching, played all the way through catching all of the keratin frogs, whatever they're called. Little adorable foggy things that are hidden all around the place.
For the history books, the world's first Halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by.
I can say this every time, but I want to go skydiving again.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2.
No, wait, can't do it, can't do
Spread
it.
your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our
Yes,
Fox
they
unit
keep
depends
up,
on it.
Jesus.
If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Don't get penisy.
So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles.
Avengers,
His
get
name
them
is
all.
Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The
Take
Earth was
that,
blue,
America.
But there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a
Fucking
low
strand of
technician
hair.
to head of a design bureau,
Could
that's
see
quite
on
a
the camera,
success
shits
story.
me.
So why'd he want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid.
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin
It's
Wall.
being
shortly
held
after.
here. Get Mo.
I was
Nope,
the one
get
who
Mo.
conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba.
Everyone's going to enjoy sitting back and watching a movie with me.
Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles.
A movie with
Same
like
time,
5
he
minutes of
announced
gameplay in
a
between.
blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust.
Playing this game, I kind of
In
feel
order to
like
get the Soviets to pull their missiles
Abe
out,
Simpson.
we had to make a deal.
Grandpa, how do you know so much about history? I pieced it mostly together from Sugar Pack.
Turkey.
Pieced it together mostly
No.
from Sugar Pack.
The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete,
Words.
and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the
But
Russians.
how do you know so much about
Turkey was a
history?
ruse
I pieced it
to cover
together
stories
mostly
that
from
fed the other
Metal Gear
intelligence
Solid
agencies
cutscenes.
around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
Must have been a high value
right.
target.
What the hell was he working on?
Metal
At the
Gear.
time, we had no idea.
It's always Metal Gear.
We were running out of time.
Always.
It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand.
President Kennedy,
The next day,
yes,
I got
win.
Sokolov
Better.
out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared.
Kept on
from my
shouting, "I'm on fire!" Don't know what that was about.
Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Nuclear.
Something
Pronounced
to do with the weapon, I assume.
nuclear.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to
Nuclear.
pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Now a little stringy. Bit's over. Let's just hope that Snake's got a parachute.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
I can... That.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
I didn't say that, but...
Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Well, it's really combat
Do you
proven
think Sokolov
because
is up to it?
Snake ends up, I
The
don't know,
shock will be less than
and
during a
pilfering
parachute
half the
jump,
world with
when
that
the arm
shit
can
in
handle up to 500
Metal Gear Solid
pounds.
5.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner,
Their programming is
breakfast,
basic.
and all the rest of your meals in the
It
jungle.
looks like they're starting off their lines with line numbers. Going by 100s. No, I have to do that. Oh, go on, Snake, dickhead. Nailed it. Very lovely. God, do you have to be so dramatic with your removal of everything, Snake? Kind of feels like one of those TV ads where the person has some kind of affliction and they take a medication. Now they can breathe again. Do you know why he needs to crouch in order to do that?
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
I don't think we even know
you
Big
don't like
Boss's real
snakes?
name.
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be
Major.
Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking
cool.
mission.
Forgot about
You must
that.
not be
Forgot about
seen
that.
by the enemy.
You
You must
can,
leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration
About
is
the
the Fox
details.
unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt
I
for food.
forgot you have to do the
You'll also
whole
find some medical supplies in your backpack.
eat
Yeah,
food thing.
about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I don't know how that was possible, but
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then.
does he?
You know where it is?
Oh,
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button.
that's the only type of tree you can climb.
I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you.
Call in all
If you
caps.
need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Okay. Okay. That's the other cool thing about this game is that they introduced a... Oh, hey, that's nice. I like that. This is new. They introduced the camouflage. 80% camouflage by laying there, and you can get different different types of camouflage. Hold on a second. I wouldn't, didn't want to climb up just yet. Oh. That sounds pretty hollow, that tree. I'm supposed to... Unless I'm supposed to just climb off. Right, drop off. Now fine. I'll listen to your call, Major.
The backpack is on the branch pointing east on that tree, right? Walk along the branch and get it. Be careful not to fall.
So just walk over it.
You should be able to grab your backpack if you hang from the branch by pressing
Okay.
the action button.
There you go. There we go.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake.
Good man.
To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button.
Yeah, that's right. They
For
have a
other
limited,
equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
limited
Got
amount
it.
of storage.
Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right.
I
Survival
don't
is
know what that
fundamental
means.
to this
This isn't a
mission.
video game, Major.
After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun.
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you
Yeah,
fire.
that's right.
Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown
That's
in
what
the
I liked
icon.
about
Any weapons
Metal
and
Gear
equipment
Solids 1 and
beyond what
2
you're carrying now,
is that,
you'll have to
and
find as you go.
Metal Gear 1
I
and 2
have to
is
find
that,
my own weapons and equipment. Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert action is
everything
a
was
standard
unlimited
Fox
for the
operating procedure.
suppressors.
You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word.
It's
There'll
Snake.
be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
Well, that's kind of the
I'm
fucking
afraid
point there,
so.
champ.
You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean
Even
that
though you're
thing you
dead.
put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind.
But,
You said
yeah.
this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct.
Reinforcements
The
from
mission
them.
rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
And you've got
Ooh.
checkpoints.
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as
So
well
we
as
call
recording
her
your mission data.
Paramedic.
She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Uh-huh.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you
Joey
Jack for
Jojo
short.
Jr.
You're a regular
Chapter.
Captain Nemo.
A
I thought he
name
wasn't
means
supposed to
nothing
tell
on
his
the
real name.
battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
Oh, 145.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack,
Very
is
nice.
that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right.
I just love how they throw, you know, say somebody could be
Talk
listening
to
in,
me.
so don't use your real
Let me
name.
hear
Call
your
me,
voice.
you know, I'll call you Snake, you call me
It's been 5
Major
years,
Tom.
72 days and 18 hours.
Hey, calm down there, Rain
You've
Man.
lost weight.
You can tell just
and
by
yet,
the sound of my voice.
everyone's like, hey, Jack, hey,
course
what
I
up, Jack?
can.
How you doing,
I
Jack?
know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you
He
disappear on
doesn't
me
know
all of a
anything
sudden?
about you.
I was on a top secret mission.
Yeah.
You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that.
You can.
A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can
Literally
learn
the
from
only
someone else
movement
is
that we've
technique.
done so far has
In
been to
fact,
climb up that tree and get the
technique doesn't even
backpack.
matter. What's most important is spirit.
How many minutes
Spirit
in
and
are we?
body are like two
Like
sides
half
of a
an hour
single
in.
coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think.
I don't know, it took like,
You'll just have to
Let-
figure it
let's
out
say
for
25
yourself.
minutes to get to
Listen
this
me,
point.
Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be.
hey,
Having
spoilers.
personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier.
Don't
A
tell me what I am
soldier is a
and am not.
political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's
See,
a
that's the
saying,
beauty of all of
Warrior.
this, is that
Loyalty
I'm just
to
playing a
the
video
end.
game, so
Do you know what it
Yeah.
means?
Being patriotic.
fucking
It
whatever.
means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in
No,
charge.
they just made it
People aren't
worse.
the ones who dictate the
Could also just be
missions.
the shadow,
Then who does?
The times.
like the
People's
effect that I've got on the
values change
webcam.
over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
Let me
What is
play
it?
the game.
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes,
It's good to hear your voice again.
same here. After
Save it
all,
for the next
who knows if
cutscene,
either of us
Snake.
will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
In the jungle.
CQC. Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
We're hand in hand. Do we get to...
Snake, try to remember some of the basics
Nope,
of
not yet.
CQC.
Stabby, stabby.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
God, that's corny. Commencing virtuous mission in 3, 2... Oh, I can't wait. Let's do it now. Okay. Now we get the directional mark. Okay, cool. Then I get 4 suppressors. Where'd it go? He's fucking knife champ, he is. Okay. I don't think there's anything around here that I need to... Actually, might be. Oops. Ah, that's right. You got to press again to stand up straight. Because when you come out of a crawl, you get out of a crawl you are in a crouch. Whereas in Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, when you come out of a crawl, you're back into a standing position. Like I'm not going to go and get all the frogs, but I feel like there's a frog. It's like right at the start. Yeah, it's hidden. Let's go. That's going to take a little bit to get used to. Let me have a look at my menu here, because we've got camo. Oh, come on, no Australian? It's, I thought that was a pretty cool... Yeah, okay, so I can carry up to 8 items. Oh, and only total weight as well. Forgot about that. R1. I think, no. No, I don't think you can zoom. I think some of these things are based on real food. Like actual food items. I know for sure in Metal Gear Solid 4 there was they kind of started with the product placement. Try. And no crocodiles here. If I can just go. Okay. Let's go get eaten by a crocodile or an alligator or whatever it is. It's slightly better. Tree bark. It's actually pretty cool. Really? Find this hard to believe. There we go. Let's see what that food's about. Indian Gavial? Don't know. Wish you could. Hang on. Oh. Okay, so they don't particularly come after you. Well, that's alright then. Ah, suppressor. There's a suppressor, right? Yeah, it's a suppressor. This the way I came? No, I don't think so. I can tell we're going to get horribly lost. Crouch down, finger in the ear. No? Not doing a codec call.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Kind of convenient
Snake,
that
your presence in Soviet territory
Solid
is
Snake
already
was
a
just the
violation
kind of
of
big boss
international law.
because same voice
Can't
actor.
let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively.
Good stuff.
Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index. The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa.
Oh, duh.
The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
I just had this vision of Snake sitting there doing his makeup. You know, like one of those like one of those YouTubers. Lecton. Cannot wait until I get you get a radar. Listen. Yeah, they're just gonna stand there and do nothing. Nobody there. Come on.
It's just my imagination.
Nice. Okay, so in this game at least, the D-pad is to move slowly and the analog stick moves quickly. To make sure he doesn't wake up, because I haven't worked out how the how long stuff lasts for. Where is it? Do I have? Oh, I do. Cool. There we go. Is it just animals or is it? Where did old mate go? He was around. Oh, he's fucking right. There we go. So why didn't it catch him? I thought we've got 5. No, I cannot. We've got 5 cyanide pills.
I think I saw something.
No, you did not.
Huh. Guess I'm seeing things.
There you go. Ain't you gonna look out for your friend? So why is it showing me? Okay, that's the lighting area. Okay. Here we. Triangle and square. I think some of these logs you can actually crawl into, and there's items inside, which is confusing as shit. Okay. Up we go. Dolino Vodno. 4-hour cutscene. That devious smile. You don't see Snake smile. Oh, Solid Snake, you never saw smile. I guess Boss still had a little bit of humanity left in him. And maybe not much, but at least some. There's that little froggy. Right up there. You shoot him and you get a... You shoot enough of them, you get a prize. I don't exactly remember what it was. But you get something. Yeah. Let's give Foggy Mate a... Make the little foggy noise. Oh, you're gonna get an achievement for that. That's nice. Ah, seriously? Did you not see your mate pass down on the floor? Down on the bridge? Like... Fuck me, son. Whoop. Okay, he's dead. Whoops. Jesus. How accident prone is Snake? Now, can I cut? Can. Ah, mushroom seed. Let's see. Disgusting. There you go. At least now we know it tastes disgusting.
Huh?
Ooh.
Who was that?
Hit.
Who's that?
Nothing. Nobody.
There's something wrong. Support unit, confirm their status.
Let's not. That's the problem with my eyesight. Like when I played this game years ago, I had much better eyesight.
Who's that?
Nobody.
Radio, get us some backup.
Fuck. Nothing. Rust of it. Hey, Maul. How are ya? Good to see ya. You're just in time for the start of Metal Gear Solid 3.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security
Of course
is
not,
pretty
because he'd be
tight.
inside, dickhead. Oh,
There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
yeah. Stream's probably going to just be mostly me running away from Russians.
Your
Being unable to
objective,
see
Sokolov,
jack
is
shit
inside the
because
factory. They should be holding him
my
in a room
eyesight
in the
has
northeast section.
deteriorated since
Northeast
I
section.
last
Got
played this
it.
game back when I was a
Be
teenager,
careful.
so...
Your mission is
Yeah.
to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
There's
No,
always
it's
more.
just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
I need to use the radar a little more, because not enough batteries around, I think, for it to not be an issue. I've got something else that... Yeah, DPM. Oh, they're wearing a garish flag. Face paint only drops your visibility by like 5%. Like, you know, who's that guy that's wearing the Italian flag all across his face? There we go. Does it also show... I think it also shows passed out. No, it does not. Ah, that's what it is. A literal snake. Gonna get me some food. Rattlesnake, I think it was. Haha. Thank you very much. I always say it's always very much appreciated. I hope that I make it worth your money. I wish Snake could kind of crouch walk. I think that was something they introduced in number 4. Is that a animal? Animal.
What's wrong?
Oh. Ah. They found old mate asleep. One of the old mates. Oh. Okay, be back. I mean, you would have thought that squares would have been more effective on a surface such as red bricks. I guess not. Half of this game is changing your camouflage every 5 seconds. There we go. Flawless.
What was that?
Oh, piss.
Who's that?
What's going on?
Nobody. There's absolutely nobody. Oh, Bill. Oh. Fucking old mate there too. Wait. Run. Ah, they found me. Ah, nice. They're a mod on what's the channel? That's good. Well, as you saw, stop by. I actually had fun watching him with this the flight sim. Okay. If this is a phone call to tell me that I should make an escape, then they can go and get stuffed. Yeah. Yep. I was looking out. I was going to suggest Melbourne, and after somebody else mentioned Iceland, I was going to mention Melbourne, but yeah, it was interesting to see the rough area that you live in. Okay, we are fucked. Fucking hell. God, these guys are incredibly difficult to get away from. Oh, come on. Crawford, damn it. Yeah, we are wrecked. Yep. Ah. Snake is dead. Okay, let's try this again, but this time let's not get caught. See, this game gets really difficult when you've got shit eyesight. And when you're me. Okay, let's try and go the other way. We're going up there. Oh mate, here is. Getting sonar as well. Commander. Wouldn't be the first time you've been timed out. And with good cause. My first ever timeout went to you, and I do not regret it. I'm hoping that it's like that vine. Ooh, I might actually want to switch camouflage. That vine where the kid walks into the house and just shouts at the top of his lungs, "What up, fuckers?" And as his parents or whoever it is yell at him. Okay, so there we go. He's dead. Now, fuckling, that's a new word. I haven't. Oh, shotgun. Are we gonna move snake? There we go. Got him stuck for a moment. Yeah. K22s and a suppressor. I really wish that Snake could do the crouch walk because I don't want to. Because I don't want to run, but I don't want to crawl either. Also, how have none of them been discovered? I'm pretty sure I haven't knocked them all out yet. Oh, this crawling is gonna fucking piss me off, I know it. Oh, hold on. Is that? It is. Little old friend here. It was so true though. Like just the sheer stupidity of the guards. Oh, really? Oh, seriously? There we go. Yeah, that becomes even more apparent in number 4, which I don't think 4 is the next one we're playing. I think it's Peace Walker's the one we're playing next. But and we just went through that before with the little tutorial that you go through in at the start of this one. Like boss is telling him, I'm Big Boss.
Who's that?
Fucking nobody. Who the fuck?
Who's that?
Who the fuck? Yeah, we are we're Big Boss now. Yeah, funny you should mention that, because in Metal Gear Solid 4, you actually get a chameleon suit. Right from the word go. You just lay still for long enough and you blend in. Come on. Out of alert phase. Swing up. The fuck is just... Now, this takes place in...
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. There we go. Always good to meet new people. He seemed alright. Then again, only, you know, while we're trying to
HQ.
work out the...
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still
See, that's what happens when
engage him.
parents have love. You know, they have more than one kid. It's you know, it's when they say, oh, we had one, let's not risk having a second one because it might turn out like the first one. That's when you gotta be worried. Yeah, to answer your first question, this game takes place in the 60s, so we're not Snake. We are Snake's father, Big Boss. When you're onto something good, you keep going. Everybody. Oh, come on. Fuck. How do I... Oh, that's right, I gotta manually equip another. Oh, that sucks. Manually equip another suppressor. It doesn't come automatically. Also, why didn't I see that guy on the radar? Unless the radar... I guess standards of good differ when you're not Scottish. Actually, that surprised me, because, you know, being Scottish, I thought that, aha, hey user, Latron, thank you very much. Just in time to see me get my ass handed to me by the Russians. He's, I feel like he's Speedy Gonzales. You know, the old Speedy Gonzales, friends of everyone. But it's more cat, friends of everyone. Moore's mod was intentional, Hellboy's was just out of pity, so... Okay, where are... That's another bridge. Wait a minute, is this the same bridge we crossed? No, this is a different bridge. People seem to underestimate the amount of effort that I've put into this channel. Because I've barely got a bot set up. The most interaction that I've got is my lights. I could take it away from Hellboy and give it to you, but it'd piss him off. There we go. It did work, but let's get. Oh, fuck. Take care of him first. There we go.
What's going on? Respond.
Oh, come on.
What's going on out there?
Absolutely nothing's going on. Just fuck off. I should probably use this opportunity to, well, not do that, that's for sure. Yeah, that's true.
Who's that?
It's nobody. There's nobody here.
Come in, HQ.
This is HQ.
Can't fucking see it. That's
Patrol here.
the thing I hate about this
Enemy
game.
sighted. Commencing attack.
Well, he sounds worried.
Eliminate all enemies.
Hey, the fuck? I reckon this radar must just be for just for animals and not for enemies. I'm surprised that I remember to use the Discord to post that I'm going online when I go online. Hey, wait a minute. Don't we just... Does that just loop around, does it? Yeah.
This is HQ.
Patrol here.
Ah, not map. Camouflage. Deep in. I thought, again, being from Scotland, Cradle of Filth would be right up your alley.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Nope, no enemies here. Just a moving pile of green. Nobody. No, nobody saw nothing. Need the Jedi mind powers. That would make it so much easier to...
There's nobody here.
Oh, he's fucking close. I think I need to call up OPSM and just say, hey, lockdown's over, can I get a eye appointment? Oh. There they are. Oh, looky who we got. It's a tail. It's a tail and a bundle of fluff. That's who it is. And a butthole that nobody wants to see on camera there, little missy. Hmm? Ah, now now that she's awake from her nap, it's gonna be terror time, isn't it? It's gonna be absolute terror. Gonna have everything that I've ever held dear knocked off the desk. I'm not gonna be able to play the game for the next hour because
The enemy's here.
the enemy's not here. Go. Okay. This is definitely where I've been before, so that must just loop around that. Part that I took. Oh, 30%. Squares. Sounds like I don't have a choice, but go on. Where are they?
What's that noise?
No noise. Kind of unfair when they can see me, but I can't see them. Just awful. And then your joke's awful too.
Who's that?
Where the fuck? Oh, there.
This is HQ.
Fucking hell.
Enemies.
There are days that I regret. Oh, hello. So you want to hop up, do you? Okay. Wait for a sec. Come on in. Come on, up you get. Here's a good girl. You see yourself on camera? See yourself? Can we look up there? You little stinker. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, every time I go to start playing again, she starts smooching up. Adorable little chicken. Oh yeah, I only just saw your message. Oh yeah, no worries. Thanks for stopping by. And have a good sleep, and I will catch you when I next catch you. Haha, got that head. Oh, camping sounds like fun actually. It's been when was the last time I went camping? Probably fuck me, like 2009 last time I went camping. Went with a mate and his missus, I think. Oh, fucking hell. I can grip that cunt up. Oh, yes, you're very cute. Yeah, very cute. I'm sorry I'm not paying enough attention to you. see nothing. Oh. Very
Snake,
cute.
you read.
Very
Snake.
cute little baby.
Major.
Snake, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
He's barely
You're
alive.
far from okay. Look at your life gauge. You're on your last leg.
No, I can still.
See?
Snake, this is a solo sneaking mission. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Oh, he's
It
catch
means
around.
there's no backup, no cavalry. If you're taken out, nobody is there to take your
And
place.
kitties.
Pull out for now and recuperate.
One little
Find
baby.
a hiding place and get some rest. Your life
One
gauge
little
will
baby.
gradually recover with time. But the speed of your life gauge recovery depends on the level of your stamina gauge. So get plenty to eat, then get some rest.
You know, if I
You hear me?
wasn't on this phone call, then I could spend more time
Do you
looking
hear
for a
me?
hiding spot.
I hear you.
It's raining outside. Oh. Oh, I'm dead. Sneaking through here. Let's hope that this is enough. Hey. You are cute, but you don't bite. He loves to nip. Just randomly. I always tell him no.
HQ. This is HQ.
We're gonna
Patrol
need to
here.
go.
We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
As long as you've got a good sleeping bag, good warm sleeping bag, then you'll be right.
Pursue and engage him.
Okay, so we're somewhat alive again. Fuck, look at all those dots. I need to clean my glasses. Is that gonna? They are pretty filthy, but I can't do much about it because they're all sleeping bag is dummy thick. Can't really do much with my glasses until I physically get a new pair.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volkin's men?
Wouldn't you just get a regular pair of
You'll
glasses?
never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent.
You know, one lens prescription and the other
Come escort you
lens
back to the other side of
just
the Iron Curtain.
plastic,
Your
rather than
CIA.
Yeah.
having a monocle that
I
if you
was
get
sent by
too
Major
surprised,
Zero, the man
then
who got you out 2
you're,
years ago.
Zero.
I have a message from him.
What is it?
yeah, get surprised and break
He
your
said to
monocle.
tell you, sorry for being so late.
At the end of the game, at the end of Metal Gear Solid 2,
Hey now.
Raiden grabs his dog tag and he like grabs it from around his neck and he
He's a
looks at
man
it
of his word.
and it said Fixter on it. And Rose said,
Time for this. You have to get me out of here
do you know
before
that,
they
that
arrive.
name? He's like, no, I don't remember.
Who's they?
And he chucks the
Colonel
dog tags
Volkin
away,
of
so
Gru.
Fixter is now laying in
Known
some,
as
well,
Thunderbolt.
Fixter's dog tag is laying. It's,
Thunderbolt.
some,
Never heard of him.
I don't know, some
He's a
random
member
gutter
of
in
this
New York.
extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing
You
a
want to
policy
listen?
of peaceful coexistence
come
with
back?
the West.
Or is
Despite
this-
resistance
or is it
and
gonna be terror
criticism
time?
from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural
To answer your
policies
question, no, he
has
hasn't
put
been
him
named
in a
Fixter yet.
precarious position.
As soon as we get the first
And
chance,
on
then
top of
yes,
that,
he will.
The tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely.
I swear to God,
Ever
cat.
since, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use
I
this
think this is what I get
opportunity
for
to
telling
seize
her off.
by rallying
She's
the
trying to get into
anti-government
shit now.
forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this
I want to get
plot
some more
is
display
Volkin,
shelves.
the Gru.
for displaying my 64 collection, but I want to get something that's completely enclosed, because if I don't, she will
and is using it to further his plans.
get in the way.
That is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Or imagine being the greatest parents of all, calling your kid thick star, and then sending him off to the military, and
They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside.
they brainwash him and call him the
Their
shittest
orders
name
were to
possible, which is
prevent
Jack.
Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
Maybe it's best if you don't leave it to me, because I could barely get in without being riddled with bullets, so I don't think I can get you out without being riddled with bullets.
Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Snake is just one fringe away from having a mullet.
Major,
kind of
this
off-putting.
is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I managed to get past them.
I see.
What about
Did
the
you though,
boss?
Snake?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Snake's a twitchy little bastard, isn't he? Could have checked all of those lockers, but yes.
Freeze!
Like, point your gun at them is going to do anything, Snake.
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
Huh.
What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Hearing voice actors.
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you.
Cocky bastard.
And don't you forget it.
Okay, they don't share a voice actor.
Sokolov is ours.
That's right.
Get
I
outta
thought
And
the same
Ocelot
voice actor
never
as
lets his
Raiden.
prey escape.
What?
How did none of them react? Really is some impressive shooting. Then again, he's always been the same. Even in Metal Gear Solid, he was able to bounce his bullets off the walls. The walls which were greased up for some reason.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
I'm a boss. I forgot he did that.
GRU operatives?
Imagine being at his the beck and call of something that makes a
stance?
fucking weird
That gun.
ocelot noise, buyer's remorse noise.
If you're
Laughing
not the
time is
boss, then die.
Uh-huh.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
I'm glad cutscene Snake is a good fighter, because in game Snake is definitely There goes your last bullet.
Impossible. You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
Oh, come on, he gave you your trademark. How can you be pissed off at him? Oh, put him down, Snake.
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, just lose the finger point thing, because pretty douchebag move. Guy I used to go to school with would always do the finger point, the old catch you later. Firing the finger guns, and
I read you.
like, you're a
Snake,
fuckwit.
you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgans.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this.
Why
could
is that
be
one
even
GRU,
hotter
but
than
the other
you
one's
feel.
not? KGB.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Yeah, again, probably not the best idea to count on Snake. Okay. We got an achievement. Let's go back around here. Have a look in these ones. Is it out in the open? Or are they just there for show? Must just be there for show, so I can't take a guard and shove them in there. No. I heard this clacking noise. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And turns out it's this little baby. He's yawning and snapping her mouth shut. Every time I give her the really vigorous pats like this, it always feels like I'm winding up a toy car, pulling it back to let it go. Really, Snake? You can't even leap over that waist-high wall? Or that one? But you can by doing it that way. Okay. I think I need to climb up and jump over. I don't remember. Oh, damn it. Maybe not. There is an exit. Exit there, but I don't remember if there's anything else I need to do in order to get through there. And I shoot the... Might need to look at jacking up the brightness on this because it's kind of a difficult game to see sometimes. Let's give Major Tom a call. See what we need to do.
Snake, stay alert. The KGB and GRU both have their sights set on Sokolov. GRU is a military espionage outfit, the intelligence wing of the Soviet Defense Ministry's General Staff Office. It competes with the KGB, which is under the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and the two are always watching each other.
Never let the left hand know what the right hand is doing.
Exactly.
Sounds like
Now,
our workplace.
added to that rivalry, there's a vicious power struggle going on between the Khrushchev faction and the anti-Khrushchev faction.
So Khrushchev is using the KGB, and Volgan and the anti-Khrushchev forces are using the GRU?
That's the idea. The two factions are fighting over Sokolov. We're in an extremely dangerous situation here.
Yeah, I'm aware of
You
that.
put Snake in there as
Get
the best
Sokolov
man.
out of there safely. He must not be turned over to the KGB or to the GRU. Sokolov took off in the direction of the rope bridge. Get after him.
Okay.
Hurry!
Sorry about that. Cool. Well, while we're also here, we'll save.
Saving the game, Snake?
No, I just called you up for shits and gigs there, paramedic.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has
In
no way to
mailing, you
stop
get
the
a
monster.
quote,
Dr.
very
Shirasawa develops a new
profound
type
quote.
of weapon, but meanwhile,
With
Godzilla's getting
Otacon, you
closer
get
and
an
closer
attempt at
to
a
Tokyo,
quote. Now with
obliterating
paramedic, you
everything
get
in its path.
movie trivia.
It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really?
You just have to stream it
That's too
on
bad.
YouTube.
Well, if you wait 40
Probably,
years, you might be able to see it in America too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course. Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
See, I thought the same thing,
No
but with The
kidding.
Simpsons.
Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
The amount of trivia questions that I've been able to answer based on information from The Simpsons has just been phenomenal. Questions about different countries, questions about political parties, about historical events. You know, you name it, there's most likely a Simpsons reference to be found in there somewhere.
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me.
Ocelot was the best that Crew had to offer.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask
It's
for.
getting hysterical. Don't make me slap you.
Look.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBM.
It can launch
Urbans.
nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo.
See, that was a better idea than
Is that thing finished?
Metal Gear.
No. This is only the
Because what good's a bipedal robot when,
It won't be truly
I don't know,
finished
unless you
until we
want to
complete Phase 2.
fucking stroll up a hill and launch a nuke,
The weapon's true form.
climb to the top of a mountain, but even then,
If it is complete,
Metal Gear was not all that great at walking.
It will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war?
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child
Who does?
again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
So the one thing that I wonder about Snake is the man is capable of holding a lot of items. He's able to hold like Stinger missile launcher and a remote control missile launcher, plus you know, like 60 total missiles, like 3 assault rifles with, you know, hundreds of rounds. Couldn't he just store Sokolov the same way? You know, wherever he stores his items, just be like, hey, Sokolov, get in. I'm smuggling you back to America. Then I also wonder, does, is he like Cartman? Like, is he able to fit the entirety of Disneyland in wherever it is that he stores his items? The boss. Not Big Boss.
Boss?
But the boss.
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Your name is
Sokolov
Jackington.
comes with me.
He's getting the Oprah special. Bees!
Hornets?
Bye! It's kind of cool because the Hornets actually stick to the camera as well. Like, some of them actually land on the camera. Around about this time where games started to experiment with having the camera actually be something in the game. Wow.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you
Or when you go
once
through
more.
puddles and shit and the mud splashes up onto the camera. Stuff like that.
Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us
I forgot
are
he can do
together,
the eyeball thing.
it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
I can't remember half of the bosses that you find in this game. I just remember the end.
Kuwabara, Kuwabara.
Ah, that's right, Volgan. He's Volgan. The end, Fury. I think Fury's the B one.
Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Well,
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
Does have an impressive set of skills on her for being able to basically disarm his gun like that in a heartbeat. Just looking up to see what Neil Ross has done. during his time.
He's seen my face.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
Can't let him live.
6.
If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished.
Ah, that's where I know him from. He's
He must die.
he's in Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. He was Vulturo,
He's
as
my
well as
apprentice. I'll
Dr.
take care of
Quest,
him.
Dingaling. Be with us, Mr. Birdman.
Jack, you can't come with us.
Yeah, that's where I know him from. Nice. Boop. Bye.
The new blood has been rejected.
Yeah, he'll be back. Where'd the man go?
Are we done here?
Now, on to Sokolov's research facility.
He's a hell of a voice actor because I didn't
Shagohod is ours.
didn't recognize him as Vulturo or as Dingaling, especially Dingaling.
My
I have to do
place
a
is with him
website
now.
for all of my fans. I think he's dead, mate. You answer that, or there you go. Okay, let's
Snake,
pause,
can you hear me?
pause the old
Yeah.
backup.
Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major,
He's boss, he'll be tough.
boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right
Amazing
elbow,
how
and
she knows all of this via radio.
they need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it.
And then Snake
For
will be fine to walk on it
lacerations, you'll need
right away.
disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Let's set some bones. Let's start with the fun one first. Closing cards. Okay. Yeah, we don't want any of those. We want two. Okay, so let's go. Disinfectant. Styptic. Suture and bandage. I don't know whether it matters in what order you do it, but I think as long as you... Yeah, okay. Let's go. And another deep cut. Here we go, this is the fun part. If we get to watch Snake. Come on, if this had been Grey Fox, he would have been moister than an oyster, because that man just loved pain. You'll be fine, champ. You're a video game character. You're also the main character. Don't remember what show it was that I was watching not too long ago, and they were might have been a YouTube video.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon.
They said a whole bunch of people jumped in the elevator and they're like, are we going to be okay? Like, are we going to survive? And they said, look, we've got like 3 of the 4 main characters in this 3 out of the 4 main characters in this elevator. We'll be fine. Yeah, that's the same logic they used in Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series. I don't know, maybe that was the benefit of a bipedal robot, is that they could have just told the thing to jump up and stroll back off to wherever it is they're taking it. Bye bye, boss. See you real soon. She felt nothing. Nothing but love for a new country. Also, that's some strong-ass cable. It's able to hold a filthy huge tank like that up, supported by nothing but 5 helicopters. I don't know whether it'd be wise to touch them, because the general Volgan, you emit
Thanks to
electricity.
the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
We ain't interested in your champ.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death.
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
The old Matt Berry line. You've got spunk and balls. I like that in a woman.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility.
God,
I
Matt
think it's
Berry's a
time I
great
gave this
actor.
marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
Is there anything else you're supposed to do after you've remembered the Alamo? In my country, it's customary to, when we finish a business proposal, to blow something up. Come on. Yeah. Look how close Snake was to the explosion, and probably downwind from the nuclear fallout. I'm surprised that he's